are posted here in the Patreoners room, and they're pinned. So if you go to the top right, the little pin-looking button, you'll see them there. For those who didn't catch it, I posted my video last night on how I form my levels in my pre-market routine. A lot of people are asking about my pre-market routine, so I thought, hey, might be something to do. All right, there is today's YouTube link. All right, we got about 45 seconds till the market is open here. Let's be smart today. Make sure we don't overtrade or do anything stupid like jump in a position without confirmation, and see how the day breaks right off the gate. All right. Like I said, I'm looking at the October 18th contract today. I've got the options chain up. I will update accordingly as we get into it. And go from there. What's up, everyone on the YouTube? What's going on? Known to be no one. Henny, how you doing? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right, there's the market open, and out of the gate, we've got a red or green candle forming. Everything on the watch list is green. The Qs are green. VIX is down, finally breaking below 19. We've got 1887 on the VIX here. TLT still beast mode down, and XLF is starting to climb up here. The rates are still climbing here, and that's going to be higher and higher, and that's going to start to come into cross checks if we start getting to the end of the month, beginning of November, and those rates continue to climb. That is going to be a point of contention for the market, just like it was back in the wintertime. And we'll see where that continues to go. Right now, green candle getting smoked to the downside. 439.51 now down to 50 and dropping all around here. Look at that crazy pre-market action. Way up, way down. It's like you were clicking back and forth between calls and puts on the futures. I'd elected not to play those once I saw that big green come up. So yeah, crazy stuff. All right, red candle here. Let's take a look at the top 8 and see what's doing. Tech sector right now. Oof. Apple getting smoked. Look at that. Smoked across the board. All right. Tesla's down big. Apple's down big. Let's look at the top 8. There's XLK. That's to be expected with that kind of action. Let's look at everything else here. XLF is big green. The bonds are down here. Everything else is pretty much mixed. Ooh, Energy's, just like always, doing its thing. Doing its thing. Energy is a Tesla of the X sectors. SPY right now. Red back and forth green here. The QQQ, big red candles. TLT. Big reds here on the bonds. NASDAQ, let's take a look. Big red there. Big red on the futures. TNX, big green there. Or big red there. So, interesting action here on the contracts, the October 13th contracts. I'm going to write these down here. That red candle flipping green. And looking around. Bear with me for a second while I form these levels. Crazy stuff going around. VIX is finally red and dropping. Big red on the bonds here as we continue to climb. It is crazy, crazy action. Big red on the VIX. Let's see what the Qs are doing. Big red on the Qs here. And SPY is way up top there. Let's see how this red candle shakes out. Big red on the NASDAQ, though. Big red selling action, big red candles. SPY is shaking and baking. Let's see if the red here on the NASDAQ brings the SPY down. Red on the VIX, 1879, but it's holding prior levels. It's holding the prior levels here. There's the bonds. That's looking good. XLF is still carrying up here, so that should bring the market up there. Let's see what happens. Qs, that nice little red candle's wicking up here. Let's see if we can maybe enter some calls and ride some action up right there. And I'm going to go and get my SPY strikes straightened out. Big red candles. All right, watch list is posted. There you go. Big selling action here on tech as it continues to get clobbered. And down we go. Down we go. All right, coming down to S1. Let's see how this thing reacts. Red candles here on Q as tech continues to get smoked. TLT, little green candle here at the bottom. VIX right now is popping up after bouncing off of 1867. Massive, massive red candle here on the SPY. Oh, just keep giving it up. And we've got, man, that is a $1.10 candle. So a lot of volatility still shaking and baking. Red across the board on all sectors. XLY, FI across the board. Not one. Oh, energy is the only one that's really green right now. Everything else is super heavy. And massive red candle here on the SPY. Look at that. Just continue on, just to drill through the floor. Boom. And dropping. Oof. Man, massive selling volume here in tech. And that is a, that is a 120 point drop in NASDAQ since the pre-market high. And that's a beast mode sell. But let's see if the volume can continue to, or the volatility continue to stay high here with just like it was in pre-market. So I'm not touching this crap. That's a good way to get killed. So me personally. Watch list is in the OM Plays channel over in the Patreoners channel section. VIX right now is 1917. The bonds, big green candle here after all that red here on the bonds, and a lot of red around the entire market. So it appears the sellers are shaking and baking at the moment, at least. A lot of red starting to creep in the watch list here. Everything was bright green, and now it's pretty much majority red. Let's look at the top 8, see how they're recovering. Massive red candles here across the board. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon all selling off in the morning hours. No green to be seen at all. And SPY double red candles dropping from 439.60 to 438.18 and still falling on some pretty significant candles. We'll see if we bounce off this level here and climb on up as it still continues to fall. Big selling action here as Qs are about to form pre-market lows. They're a couple of cents off of forming pre-market lows. So, crazy, crazy action. If you go over to the OM Plays, it says OM Plays. It's got the red alarm sign on it. And yeah, that's where I post my watch list. Nope, no Henny, no zero DTEs. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. And let's see here. 44, right there. Man, continue to drill, and the buyers are not picking this up like it did in pre-market here. So be on the lookout for a crash. We are the data is pushing things down 362. That's a $3 sell-off in Qs right out of the gate. But we're approaching a support level where we were this morning. So, and VIX has got a little red candle. SPY is way down here. Let's see if we have another aggressive green candle back up. Is this a buying opportunity, or are we going to short this thing in the ground today? All right, big wick up right there. And let's see where that, but the tech still is heavy. Not any recovery in sight for tech just yet. And look at that across the board, just absolute getting roasted, destroyed across the board. So I got S1 at 438.81. It blasted right through that under heavy volume. The VIX, little red candle there, the bonds. Hey, big red on the bonds coming back down. XLF is not as aggressively red as the other ones right now with these a few green candles. With the VIX breaking 20 yesterday, assuming we don't close above 20 today, will that change your potential sentiment? I'll say this: it's not going to make me go swing any calls. That's for sure. So the overall outlook of the market is still very bearish going into the winter months. So you can't avoid the taper. That's the thing. You can't avoid the taper just because, the government can't continue to buy assets in perpetuity. So, you can't avoid the taper, and it's coming. It's coming. It's just when is it going to hit? All right, 438.72. A little green here. A little green. All right, green candle on the tech here, and it looks like, this does appear to be a tech-led sell-off, but the bonds are forming new lows and dropping, and the VIX is hovering 19. We'll see what happens. Oh, big green here. So it looks like the pre-market volatility is maintaining in this trading session here. So crazy stuff. 439.01 after coming all the way down to 439.90, 437.95, and then massive green candles here. And this thing continues to rage. Volatility abounds. Volatility abounds. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, little B. This is dangerous stuff. So if you are trading this, please be cautious. Use appropriate position size because look what happens. You can be down 20, 30% on an option in a second. So just be very careful. I'm not touching this stuff. This is not for me. So y'all have fun with it. Go nuts. If we break up top under volume, sure, let's do it. But right now, nah, I'm good. 21% on a call. Nice, Alex. Yeah, are you in the Discord, Mark? Let me know if you're in that Discord server. I'll show you. And up we go, and up we go. Nice little $3 candles. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Wow. Yep, there's no volume on this massive green candle. And once again, tech is leading the way. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Watch, we'll come all the way back. We'll come all the way back down now. Yeah, don't get all wide-eyed and bushy-tailed with these gigantic candles because, yeah, if you're right, yeah, it's fun. But if you're wrong, man, it's devastating. So it appears we do have a nice little support around here at 439.70, right in here. And all the way back down. Watch this. All right, VIX popped down at 1867. Let's see if VIX continues to fall. The bonds are shaking and baking down here. XLF is there. Let's see where the recovery is here in the top 8. So a little bit of green here. It looks like Facebook wants to form highs. So we have a little bit of recovery in tech, and tech looks like it's going to lead the way at least for the morning times. Tech's going to lead the way. We got 439.70 or 37 at the moment, coming all the way down to 437.97 and coming up here. So it's about a $2 move, and down we go again. And here we go. It did it here, down, up, and it's mimicking this action in pre-market. Here we go, all the way back down. Watch this. Be smart about this, people. Be smart. That's a no from me, dog. Yeah. What's up, Pro Basket? Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate you joining. Where's your more? Oh yeah, good call, good call. Yeah, watermarks. There you go. So I'm on the SPY 3-minute chart right now. This is what the 5-minute chart looks like. So it looks a little less aggressive with the 5-minute. Imagine, I don't even, what's the 1-minute look like? Yeah, I'm out. I'm good. All right, volume is dropping. And we're looking all for tech to see if tech is going to lead us back up as we're coming all the way back down on apparently $3 candles is the way to go. Crazy, crazy stuff, that's for sure. Playing it smart, not touching this crap. 10% on a 0 DTE put. Watch this. This thing is really going to come all the way back down. Watch this. All right, so we're right at S1. Let's see if it respects S1 at least this time without blasting through. Justin 6% on puts. Nice, nice. Minus 10% on lifespan. 438.81 coming up. 439.18. Finally climbing up just a touch here. So we bounced off S1 that time. Hey, there it is. All right. So the EMAs are all trading flat because it can't make up to where it wants to go. Everything is so massively moving up and down. Like the EMAs are just like, screw it, I'm just staying flat. Bam, big green candle wicked out here. And this is just nonsense. This is just nonsense. Look at that. I mean, that 439.33 to 439.51, 438.50, that's a dollar candle in a second. I mean, that's a 30 to 40% change in options in seconds. So, I mean, I'm out. Screw this. I'll tell you one thing though, if tech breaks this level, we're going to 435, and then everyone who is giving me crap yesterday about being bearish on October will eat a nice big old crow sandwich. So there are my resistance right there. Actually, I put. Do you think it would be fun to play 0 DTs? No. That is not my definition of fun at all. That's my definition of like with tachycardia or something like that, whatever that's called. So I'm good. I am good. This has been one of the nuttiest opens I've seen, I think, in like a year. Since like last fall. This is nuts. This is nuts. I don't even know what to make of this. It's been fun to watch though. But yeah. Buyers cannot pull this thing back up though, like it did in pre-market. But let's see. It did it twice here. Down, up, down, up. We are now on the second down. It's actually mimicking pre-market exactly. Let's see if now the buyers can step in and bring it back up. We'll see. Crazy stuff. Is there a stream for the Patreon? Yep, we stream every day in the Patreoners room. Also Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on the YouTube. But yeah, Patreoners do have a voice stream. If you go into the Discord room and go to the very bottom left, you see voice streams and Patreon stream under that. And yeah. All right, put another green. Let's see if we can maintain the pre-market pattern. And yeah, I feel like one of the market makers' kids, like it's like bring your kids to work day, and he's just sitting there at the algos, just like, yay, daddy, on off, just smashing the keyboard, and this thing is just is going all over the place. Another red candle all the way to the bottom, double rainbows all the way. So we checked up a little bit at S1, blow through it, and now we're down here at 437. I'm glad you like Lil B. Glad you like that. All right, let's see what happens here. The VP settings are just the basic ones. I don't change anything. I add it and let it roll. So, yeah, he did. No, he didn't pass away from COVID. Double Rainbow God passed away like 8 years ago. He died of heart failure or something like that. That was a long time ago. You didn't get the memo about bringing your kid to work day. Nice, nice. Got to teach him young. If the buyers fail here, under this kind of volatility, it could be a dicey day. A dicey day. So big top wick right here. The Q's still having a trouble to buy up there. VIX is climbing 1918 and shaking it and baking. And yeah, the TLT is down. A little bit of green action here. XLF is rounding over. All the X's are weak as well. XLV healthcare right now is popping through the bottom. Top 8. Let's see. Ooh, what was that? XLI running over. So a lot of weakness here. Boom. Green candles there. SPY not falling along just yet. The NASDAQ right now, little green right there. The bonds are popping up hard. VIX is climbing. And we are right now at a very hairy situation right now. 4 big red candles in a row from 439.70 to 438.06. That's a $1.70 candle. And VIX is popping up, trying to get back over 20. There's a huge magnet on 20 right now, and the VIX does not want to move away from it. Does not want to move away from it. Stand by 1 second. Just got to do something real quick. Big green candles here. Nice. All right, cool. I'm back now. So we had green candles here just under the 8 coming up when we rejected S1. And let's see if we can pop on through that and maintain the pattern. So red, green, red, green. Do you know how to set up E-Trade to show all the Greeks? Yes. Yeah, absolutely I do. What indicators are the red, yellow, and green lines? The red and green lines are my personal resistance and support levels that I form. These here. The yellow dots, the yellow line is the point of control on the volume profile. That's automatically set by the volume profile indicator. The yellow dots are the session range, the morning session ranges. That's also custom indicator. XLF, massive green candle as a rotation out of bonds continues. VIX starting to drop over here, and maybe we'll get a little bit of upward action here, but there's not really much MOMO at the moment. How do you get live data for futures on TradingView? You got to pay for it. There's a live data package. It's $2 a month for the futures, and well, $4 a month for the futures, $2 a month for the NASDAQ. All right, so on the 3-minute, we're right at VWAP. We're right at S1 here and climbing up. Right now, the Qs still can't hold a green candle at all. And right here. As things start to settle out here, I'll be more inclined to take a position. After all this crap goes away here, we start to form a better thesis on what is going on. The VIX now is 1877, and we're at this bottom pivot here. Bonds are selling back off, and the XLF popping through the top. So we have a little more bearish or bullish action coming into the financial sector. And I'm watching to see what we're going to do here. XLKs, everything else is red though. And until that happens, there's not going to be a too big of a move. We need a cohesive unit here, and we're just not getting it. The only thing that's green is finance. Everything else, bloody red. Red candle off of the 21, still coming on back down. Massive red candles here on the tech as tech just continues to get roasted. SPY is right here, 438.72. $438.87 right now. Yesterday I joined Patreon. I'm not able to figure out what I get out of it. Do you talk about your trades? Yep, that's what I'm doing right now. Do you have guides on how to chart and track? I do. I just posted a video yesterday on how I form my supports and resistance, which right here, these are very accurate. They help me nail down my entries and exits. I also have a Patreon room, the Discord here, where we talk about everything and have good conversation about the market in general. XLF right now is climbing up. Big green candles on the finance. Let's see if that starts to bring in a little bullish here. But the tech continues to get destroyed. And we're not going to have any action with the SPY right now as long as this continues to happen. Look at that. NASDAQ is NASDAQ formed new lows. Watch out below. Watch out below. Boom. Big red candles. Probably the most volatile day I've seen in about a year. This is the most volatile day I've seen in about a year. So I'm out. Something wrong with my mic? Nope, nothing wrong with my mic. Former market maker here. No, they don't let kids play with the machines. That's funny. I'm sure I was just being colorful. I was just being colorful. Thoughts on the bond? You're talking about the yields staying above 1.6. As long as the yields continue to climb like that, I mean, you're going to start to see everything else go back up. So when you start to see, like, it was a big talking point back in the spring and the winter time. Like when yields went up to 1.76, they thought the world was ending. And like that's why the market started crashing, and like we had that whole early spring, late winter sell off, and everyone's like, oh, the yields are 1.76, and then like the world was ending, and then all of a sudden they went down and everything was back to good here. But when you start to see the yields go up like that, you'll see the sell off in the bonds market's going to come back in and take a little bit more better advantage of some returns like here. But right now, SPY's got a green candle 439, so the bullish is coming back in. What's the financial sector doing? Oh, look at that! Holy smokes! Might be some time to take some calls. Maybe the tech is finally shaking and baking, and maybe we're good to go here. Look at that! Holy crap! Holy crap! That is some crazy action, people. Crazy action. Wow. Great podcast yesterday. Good. Oh yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, Kyle. Thank you. Anybody else having problems with my mic? Somebody said that I was having microphone problems. All right, so the bonds should be tanking. They're not. They're holding steady. XLF is just raging right now. TNX is spiked to 1.6. Nice. Interesting. Should be cause for concern. It's out on me. There we go. That stupid micro SB, man. If anybody works for Yeti microphones, like tell them for the love of God, stop using the micro USB for the power cord. What an awful invention. I don't understand, like the engineers know how crappy that is. Yeah, let's put that in there. It's a great idea. So terrible. Yeah, I got to figure out a way to do the music in the pre-market stuff. I don't know how to do it in Discord. If I did it through Streamlabs, I could figure it out. But Discord, it doesn't give me very options. All right, big green candles here. Be careful if you are in puts. This could be the one that blows the top off if the way this thing is looking. So just please be on guard. So VIX finally blasted through the bottom, 1848. The bonds are still holding its levels. SPY is here. And yeah, we hovered around S1 here for a couple of seconds and then blasted up the top. And we're at this volume node right there. And red candle. Let's see if that holds Qs right there, right at the POC. I'm going to go back to the 5 minute and kind of try to build in some trend data here. Top wick, we've got a lot of wicks right now. We've got this POC at the 439. The volume is diminishing. Let's see how the price action shakes out when the volume is continually drop off like that. Man, look at that. VIX are continually dropping. I love to see it. So especially if we're going to start to form a bullish thesis, I need the volatility to start to drop off here. Premiums start to deteriorate a little bit. Maybe bring the premiums down a little bit, and we'll start to buy some calls up as we go into the middle of the month. Crazy SPY candles for sure. Why is volatility down? Well, volatility was up right here. It was bouncing back up, and then finally we have this big sell-off here, and things are fizzling out just a touch. We had this big green candle, and now the moves are starting to be less crazy, and the VIX is finally starting to roll over here. So maybe we'll have a continuation of the VIX starting to drop. Volatility starts to drop. IV comes down a little bit, get a little more security in some positions here, so maybe we can take a call and make some money today for sure. I'm ready to get into a high probable position. All right, little wick there, red candle right out the close of that candle. For the most part, Qs are still on a downward trend. I would like to see them break this trend and come back up here in order for me to actually become bullish on some calls. SPY is still holding 439.32, still at the upper half of its range. It is 9:05 Central Time, which means that's the ranges are set. The range is set right now. The price of those are 439.88, 437.97. So a massive range. Once again, that seems to be the theme the past 2 weeks. It's having a big old range. Thank you for keeping the brakes on, awaiting confirmation. Yeah, I'm not touching this, man. I'm not touching this. I'm good. Now, if we start to have a trend, yeah, I'll jump in and make a little money. But right now, yeah, I'm good. I've done this long enough to know that I avoid crap like this. I like to live to see another day. I don't want to get skinned. FaZe, how come when I'm in Discord and I can't see the calls or the puts? Make sure that you've linked your Discord profile to the Patreon, and that'll automatically assign you all the Patreon roles, and it'll open up all the channels for the Patreoners. Well, you know that saying, you can shear a sheep 100 times, but you can only skin them once. When you play this action, you get skinned. I'm not interested in that. So I'll take some small shears and take my losses like everyone else every now and then, but I'm not going to get skinned. And you avoid that by avoiding this crap right here. I do well enough where I don't need to trade this, so I'm good. I'll wait for this baby to shake out, and we'll play. Watching the bonds here. What's XLF doing still? XLF is still green, still doing its thing. What levels are they at here? So we're at the 39. So the finance sector is just chugging along here at all-time highs. 39.08. VIX is coming on back down. SPY. A little wick up there. Yep, rates are still climbing, 1.6. Watch, these things pop 1.65. You're going to start to see that talked about in the news. I'm surprised it's not already becoming a point of contention here, because if you remember back, let's go look back in the springtime. Look, this was back in the spring and wintertime. June, this was June, if it even goes back that far. 6 months. Here we go. Look, back in April, March, when we had that bearish action, 1.76, 1.75, this is when it was every day. That's all they talked about, all freaking day on CNBC. This is all they talked about. The 1.76 on TNX, 1.7. This is on March 12th, March 18th. And then they came down, and then they came back up, and they never talked about them again. So here we are coming back up, and they're just now finally starting to creep back into the news. $1.60. So watch them start to talk about it again. All right, so we have some green. We're at 439.46. Right at the POC right here, and we're a sticking point. Tech still can't find a bid. Apple and Microsoft are finally starting to come up here. Let's see if that'll affect the rest of the market if we have a little recovery here in the top 8. Tesla finally starting to get in a bounce. Looks like they've bottomed out. A lot of top wicks here. SPY, hey, nice little green on the SPY. 47% on the call. Nice, Matt. Nice. Make sure you take your Prozac. All right, so we have this prior resistance right here, this 439.69. It's not one to pop through here. We kind of fizzled out here in pre-market. We fizzled out here early session, and now we're fizzling out here again. What's Boeing doing? Holy crap, Boeing, nice. I like it. Beautiful stuff. Down to 225 all the way up to 228. I'll take it. Tech still weak. That's fizzling out the market. Red candles coming back down right up here, 439.47 and dropping to 439.16. Can't come up anymore. All right, so now that we have some good defined resistance levels, maybe a little support here, now we can start throwing in some trades now that we've got a defined level here that we probably will respect. I trade SPY, SPX, and the futures and the pre-market and stuff. No, I never touch 0DTE. 0DTs are not for the responsible traders. I don't trade 0DTs. Double red candles. Do I adjust the contracts when 0.35 or 0.32 are break? It depends. If the delta start getting wonky, yeah, I will adjust. But really, I'm looking at if the price action is crazy long, I won't bother changing too much because the price action is crazy until the price action really starts to fizzle out and it gets to where I want to go. But it really depends. It really depends. Like right now, these what did it say here? Let me take a look here. 44.20, 43.75. Yeah, so right now my watch list is working out pretty good. It's staying right where I wanted to compared to, and obviously I'm not interested in playing this stuff, but yeah. All right, coming up to support again, or some resistance again. VIX dropping now still. And if we pop above here and we start to get a little bit of volume, we'll look at taking some calls on a breakout if we actually get a pop of the resistance there. It's just craziness. I'm telling you, man, I've been telling y'all since I started this server. Boeing is one of the best long-term bets you can have. A lot of people hate Boeing, but they don't understand. Like, the government will never let Boeing go away. Boeing has their hand in every single aspect of its military, every single aspect of the aviation community. Boeing is one of the, especially even still at these levels, Boeing is one of the best long-term investments you can have. Why don't you trade 0DTE? They seem like they are cheap. Oh yeah, they're dirt cheap. They're only cents, but you can go from, like, if you took a put, you could be, hey, I'm up 30%. Hey, I'm down 60 in seconds. You can't. It's not predictable. You don't have time to manage your risk when you trade 0DTEs, and that's the second you stop accounting for risk is the second that you fail as a trader. It doesn't, like, it's not. Managing your risk is the whole part of becoming a long-term profitable trader. And when you trade 0DTEs, you're saying, hey, I don't care about risk. Risk is not a part of it. And then you get smashed. Yep, Boeing is one of my biggest holdings. Is one of the biggest holdings. And still, we're freaking slinging 40-cent, 50-cent candles, dollar, half-dollar candles here. So crazy volatility still. Maybe we'll have a little base here in tech. Maybe finally start to have a little action on the upside. The bonds are still staying down here. XLF may be a little roundy, but we'll see. What are zero DTEs? Zero DTEs are zero dates of expiration. So like today, you'd be playing the October 8th contracts. And they virtually, after, I don't know, after about 1 o'clock Eastern time, they deteriorate so quickly you can't even, like, it's hard to even trade them. If you don't get an instantaneous move, the things just start to deteriorating so quickly, it's hard to make any money with them. Just finished up some fitness. Nice. I did my fitness at 05 today. Woke up early, got a little fitness done. Hey, finally a pop at the top of a little bit of resistance here. And back down. All right, so we have a little bit of action here on the Qs finally. Maybe we get some upside. I'll be looking to play calls. I've got my call order form pulled up, ready to go, so I could sling a little action here if we do start to make some headway outside the top of this range. I'm not interested in playing this crap. I'm going to let this stuff shake out. If I see a breakout top under volume, we'll pop in and go. I watched some Grogan's videos. Yeah, that dude is nuts. I love it. I love his craziness, man. Yeah, right now for this watch list, I've got $22, 22.30, 22.40. IV right now is 13%, so it's actually a little bit lower than yesterday. So tech has to break up here. With this conversion here of the 8 and 21, we have to break up. If we break down again, it'll start to bring a super heavy weight into the market. So we got to break up here. Otherwise, it could get a little dicey. So holding this POC. It's holding right on this POC. And rejection. Just looking around here. What zero DTs do I trade? I usually trade anywhere from 3 to 5 to 6 days. 6 day DTs, somewhere around that range. Depends how the day, depends on how risky I want to play, depends on how the volatility is in the day. If things are a little too risky, I'll stretch out the DTs a little bit. If things are a little safer, a little more predictable than normal, then I'll bring in the DTs and take on a little more risk. All right, I'm watching the tech right now. I want to pay a lot of attention here because tech is the name of the game today, and that's going to be pretty much the litmus test for how the day is going to go. Bonds are starting to spike back up here, and XLF rounding back over. Rates 1.59. A little bit of downside action there in the XLF. That's fine. We continue to bounce off VWAP, so we are starting to form a little bit of support here at VWAP. That's right above S1, holding that thing pretty well. Let's see if we can come on up a little bit. All right, so starting to become a little chop fest here at this 439 level. Not much going on here. Looking for a break one way or the other. U.S. takes automatic gunfire from over the border. Interesting. All right, well, I'm just waiting here for this thing to shake out. I'm not taking any positions until I see a trend whether another. This is just, to me, this is way too volatile. And if I see stuff break down, I'll take puts. If I see it rocket, I'll take some calls. Or if I see a decent range start to formulate, I'll play that as well. I'll do a scalp right now. I don't really trust any of these scalps moves right now. No trades yet. Nope. I'm not touching this stuff. Oh, yeah, there's an automatic 50 cal. Absolutely. All right, October 13th. Those are $20 right now. They kind of fluctuate in $2 or $3. And tech still can't hold this level. So, right now, let me just look around here. Hey, look at Facebook. Starting to come up a little bit. Google's trading dead flat. Nvidia's there. Apple's got a little red here after being a little bullish here, but I want to see a little more continuation in tech. I'm just not seeing it. I see a lot of rejection here on this level, this 144 level on here on Apple. Tech has got this slow grind upwards, XLK. XLV is just down and trending down. Overall, I see this like huge, there's like a lot of up, a lot of down. XLE is a straight line climbing. Everything else is kind of pointing down. Overall, I would say an overall bearish day, if not neutral. Nice. Fourth day in the Patreon, 7 plays, 6% profit. Nicely done, OM or Harp. Well done. So currently S1 appears to be close to a strong support right at VWAP right now. It's just a few cents above it, and it's holding that right now. I'd like to see it break away, maybe test R1. That'd be sweet. Get a little upwards action. I just don't see it happen here. There's just too much weight right now. You'd have to be an overall consensus around the market to go up, and I just don't see that at the moment. We have this big spike in the Qs up to 435.60, but then it got blasted down. Maybe we can test pre-market highs. That'd be sweet. NASDAQ right here. And just a little flat action right now. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. I'm going to be on mute for about 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so we're all just waiting. Right now, it's pretty tight. We have a big session range, but it's not trading that right now. We're kind of just sitting out here right in the middle of this 439 level, which is right above our first S1. The Qs kind of have this little wedge pattern. I think if it fails, it's going to fail at the downside. Which lines? Which lines are you at? The EMAs or your resistance lines? Yeah, if you click on them, if you I don't know if you're watching the stream now, but click on the line itself and hit the little cog, and then you can go into what text? Oh, style, and then bam, you could click on that and change it. Man, look at this. You got this little wedge forming here on Qs, which is just lower highs, higher lows, starting to wedge down here. You've got this point right at the POC on the Qs. It's holding this 363 level right on the money. Volume has fallen off the cliff, just straight line falling off the cliff. And SPY is right here, man. What time to set the afternoon session range starts? 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern time. And that goes till 2:05 Eastern. The orange line is the POC for the set for the volume profile. You got workout fog, like Fran brain. What's up, Chris S? How you doing? All right, trying to keep y'all entertained, but hey, man, this is some chop stuff. I'm not interested in playing here. I'm waiting for we get a break one way or the other. Uh, right here, man. Volume is dying off. I really want. I'm just trying to monitor all the conditions that I can to catch the headwind of a move one way or the other. Apple is starting to fall off here, so it looks like the top 8 is starting to round over again. Google, big red candle on Google. Nvidia, big red candle on Nvidia as well. Tesla looks like it wants to fall. It's got that pattern that it wants to fall off here. The Qs, big red candle there on the Qs, another red candle there. And SPY just trying to have it, just hugging along here. Zero TC just joined the Discord. Nicely done. Welcome to a great community. Had 120% on Monday. Looks like they're going to trade flat today. Yep. We trading flat right now. Don't speak ill of chop. Yeah, if you have short positions, it's definitely good. Can you share a link to your trading view layout? Yeah, sure. Let me get that go for you. Hey, look at that red candle. All the way back down to this little range, mini range here. There you go. Call your guy, make the drop, market drop 4 points. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm embracing taking the day off and enjoying free time. Nicely done. It's a great day for it. I have not seen Squid Game. Nope. I haven't seen that. I hear people talking about it, but if I weren't streaming, would I be sitting here watching this? Nope. I would be done with this. I'm giving it till 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern, another 20 minutes, and I'll be out because I'm not going to sit here and watch this. So what I would do in this situation is I would set alerts on price. So if it broke like somewhere up here or down here, I would come back to it and just have it ping. And I leave my computer up and running so I can just run back to the computer if need be. But other than that, I'm not going to sit here and watch the chop and try to guess whether or not I could jump in for a 5% gain. So no, I'd be out. What do the alerts sound like? It's just your normal text tone or whatever you set it to on your phone. There we go. There's a big flush. Q's all the way back down to the bottom. And here's some red candles on the SPY. Coming down to S1 here. VIX starting to climb up. TLT. All the way down at the bottom here. XLV. Ooh, looking super bearish. Healthcare is blasting through the bottom. I mean, this looks like the day, dude. I don't know, man. The way I'm looking at the market, my gut tells me once we break, it's gonna be a flush city. Could be wrong, but that's what my gut's telling me. Here's a big red candle on NASDAQ coming all the way down to the bottom of their range. Big red candles. There are plenty of room. Whoa, man, look at that candle. Holy crap. So here we go. Here's the flush. New lows for the Qs as we blast right out through the bottom. And tech continues to be the thorn in the side for this market, and down we go. Look at that. Look at that. So look at that. The entire market just went red, blood red. It went back. It went from being mixed to blood red. Look at that. XLK, big red. XLV, look at that. Massive red on XLV. XLY red. XLF is the only one holding up. XLI down. Everything except energy and finance is getting blasted through the floor. VIX, big spike there. The bonds now are starting to drop. Futures coming all the way down on one of the biggest red candles we've had in the past hour and a half. TNX is still rising. Look at that. All the way down to 438.31. Rates are climbing up 1.6 as we still climb up here. SPY, red day. Nope, I never play the same day expiration. Never. That's 0 DTEs. Never. Why do keep people asking about ZOTs? I don't know. I guess 0 DTs are pretty common out there. It blows me away that people trade that. But yeah. Look at that. Huge downside in tech as we're just blasting right through the floor. And it might be time for some puts. Let me bring up my puts here. Man, these things are changing quick. Wow, look at that flush. What a beautiful flush. $10.13, $4.38 puts. What are my thoughts? I like it. I use E-Trade. E-Trade. Man, what a day. What a day. All right, so the tech right now blasted through pre-market lows. It popped session lows again, and now it's below the session range from our definition. Appears to be a trend down day, and it's going to continue to fall, especially with the increase in selling action we've got here. The market is just not liking the numbers that we are starting to digest. Bonds are starting to climb back up here. If XLF rolls over, it's going to be the end of SPY, for today at least. These premiums are moving so quick, I don't even know how to formulate when I'm going to enter. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all I'm not live calling any plays in this. If I do take a play, I'm not about to blow anybody out. I'll gladly post screenshots of my positions, but if I take play, I am not live calling this. I'm not going to allow a 3-inch green candle to smoke somebody. Too risky. This is the most volatile day I've seen in about a year, so I'm not about to have someone message me that they had a 40% loss because they entered a little late and got smoked out. I'm just saying, if you took puts here and then bam. Do you ever formulate new intraday support resistance? If I see it get bloody enough or change enough, yeah, I will. But we still have one down here, 437.18. So, right down. We're still gravitating towards S1, which is right in the middle of the range. So 438.63, we bounced off 438.04, coming up to the 8 EMA. You got the 3-minute chart. Let's take a look at the 5-minute, see what that looks like. Look at the 5-minute chart. So the 5-minute chart has been straight red candles since 10 o'clock Eastern time. Just blah, red, small red all the way down. 15-minute chart, mostly red for sure. Diminishing volume, heavily diminishing volume. All right, Dirty Dusty, take it easy, man. You got to be careful on days like today. There's a reason why I am not touching this crap. It's not worth it. Dave said, after watching your new video, I had hand-drawn SPY support at 438.15. Today has really given me some confidence in where I set those. Good. That's exactly what I intended. I'm happy that you get some value out of that. Good stuff. You're exactly right, Ezekiel. Exactly right. But, yeah. I know people take my trades even though I say don't, but I know someone's going to take it, and it's going to get smoked. Which video? The most recent video I posted. It's going to be the Dynamite Levels video. Boom. Coming up to S1, top wick. Qs right now are bouncing off of 8 to the downside. Well, it's good to learn. It's a fantastic learning day. But I recommend if you are faint of heart or if you are not good at cutting losses or setting stop losses, then I would recommend sitting on your hands. This is just high volatility stuff and could get you smoked. Just rest up, enjoy the weekend, and come back on Monday refreshed. And don't go into a weekend all bummed because you got smoked on some stupid volatility. All right, so right back to S1. We're still gravitating right back to S1. That's right, Jordan. We'll come back Monday better than ever. Just make notes of your trades and write down what you did wrong, what happened, and we'll come back. What's the name of the app? Which app? Oh yeah, Columbus Day. Let's see here. No, yeah, the market's open Monday. The next day the market is closed is Thanksgiving. If you're asking which chart I'm trading on, this is a trading view right here. Sunny holiday here in Argentina. I'm sitting there watching this crappy price action. Yeah, nice, nice. I hope the weather's good down there. I'm giving this another 7 minutes, and I'm gonna head on out of here. I'm not interested in playing this stuff. Hey, no problem, man. How's the weather down there in Australia right now? Isn't it wintertime down there right now? Or summertime? Isn't like opposite seasons? All right, let's see if we have these we got this top wick diminishing volume. Let's see if this comes on down here and rejects to the downside and forms new lows. Let's see if that happens. Start of summer. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice. 36 degrees Celsius. Dang. That's hot. Yeah, it is respecting that range, but with the massive sell off we had in Q right there was no way I was taking a call right here. Not with that kind of momentum. Will you continue to stream off your Patreon? No, not right now. If I come back later this afternoon, it'll be only for Patreons, yeah. But thank you for being so technical and teaching us. I was wondering, where did you learn to trade? Oh, thanks. You appreciate that. What app did you use to trade 5 years ago? I've always used E-Trade. Always. E-Trade's always, it's just been very good to me. I learned to trade through, Birth by Fire, just thrown into the mix. Lost a lot of money. I read every book I possibly could. I watched as many YouTube videos as I could, learning from as many people, asked people that I knew traded. And really, it's all about, honestly, like the technical side of stuff, it's not the important stuff. You can learn any technical system you want. There's a whole bunch of crap out there, and it's not all that difficult. What separates the good traders from the bad traders is your mind, your emotional side of things. And I don't care, like, you're not going to convince me otherwise. It doesn't matter. Sure, you're going to have some crazy super dude that's got a 287 IQ that can see between the lines, like the movie, like Bradley Cooper on Limitless. But it's all about your mindset. And if you know how to cut your losses, you'll make some money. If you know how to control your emotions, you'll make some money. If you know how to not gamble, if you hit the buy button thinking, man, I hope this goes up, then you're done. Like that's you're going to get smoked. So it's all about managing your mind. So, and I'm usually pretty good at discipline. So yeah, it's all about managing your mind. And I learned to do that after I was tired of getting destroyed. That's the thing. And when you get destroyed, it's like you can only take that so many times before you're like, screw this, I'm done. Like I just can't do this anymore. before you stop. It's like insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. It's like, how many times can you blow up your account and realize, hey, maybe I should, not YOLO into a Z or DTE. So it's all about managing your emotions. And the thing about teaching emotions is teaching emotions is not a sexy topic. I can't really make YouTube videos about that because it's like, how do you really teach that? There's not a quantifiable way to teach, hey, control your emotions. But unfortunately, that's such a big part of the game, and it's something that a lot of people neglect. Yep, the chart does not care. The chart is absolutely relentless. If you buy a call and you're wrong, the chart will sit there and it'll throw red candle after red candle after red candle at you. And you'll sit there, and with every drop in the market, every time you see this little line drop and drop and drop, your heart just drops a little bit more. And it sucks. It destroys your emotions, especially if you've got a big position size and you see like another zero add to the red number, and the red number just gets bigger and bigger. It sucks. It's a terrible feeling. So you have to manage your emotions, especially if you want to do this in the long term. Scoops up some 446 is nice. That's an aggressive move. Took a 1.7 loss today. Trade this. Hey, 1.7% is manageable. That's a good deal. If you're wrong and you manage it to 1.7%, yesterday I took a 1% loss. I don't care about that. To me, that's a win. It didn't work out. I cut it to 1%. Can this work on mobile Android? I don't know about Android. There is a TradingView app that I do use. It works when it needs to. Well, good, Lumpy Cat. If it didn't feel right, trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, don't take it. All right, here we go. Another red. Hey, 50% on your overall account the last couple of days and gave it back today. That's unfortunate. 1% on the actual position. 1% loss overall would be a significant loss. If I lost 1% of my entire account on one trade, I'm playing too large. Just on one trade. What a crazy day. What a crazy day. Oh, yeah. Sure I have, Lee Rat. Sure I have. And 100% win, 100% overall, doubled my account on one day. No, I've gotten a very significantly high win, but it wasn't 100%. I wish. Do you have any meditation relaxation routines you do before start trading? I'm a very religious person, so I'd spend all my time with my religion when I wake up and the start of the day. So that's my version. Some people are different. Some people, meditate. Some people do yoga, whichever, what have you. That's just my personal way. I might sound dumb, but But when I trade the S&P 500, I'm looking at the S&P chart. Am I just going in circles, not looking at the chart? I need to read that again. I mean, you definitely want to look at the S&P chart. Selling volume picking up here on the Qs. SPY is still holding S1 right here, 430 or just under it. This is the most volatile chop I've ever seen. It's like it's chop, but it's volatile chop. It's like, come on now. Yeah, tell me about it, MMA. All right, see, take it easy, man. Actually, I saw an article today or yesterday. It said, "Master the morning. If you want to become successful, you have to master the morning." It's just all about. It all comes down to time management. You're going to sleep your day away, or you're going to wake up with tension and attack the day. Look at that nice, healthy, big red candle. 438.54. Even XLF is starting to round over here. And the bottom could be ready to be seen. Look at that. Q is trying to form new lows. Let's see this. Let's watch this happen. Let's watch this happen. Never talk about lack of sleep. There you go. If you're going to grind, don't complain about grinding. That's absolutely right. I love it. Let's get it done. Constantly sharpen the axe. Do I ever play a strangle? Yes, I do. Here's the thing. If you have a type of life where you can sleep 14 hours a day, then you need to adjust your priorities. There's too much in life to be able to obtain to be able to sleep 14 hours a day. You do not have enough to do if you are doing that. Delicious. So the bonds are holding strong here. And we just don't want to give up this S1 just yet. Just yet. Was that another energy drink can? Nope. It was my aluminum cup. I just had a sparkling water, but not an energy drink. Hey, where's pizza, man? I want to talk to him today. I saw he had some awesome tables that he posted. It looked fantastic. I have 4 kids. Wow, with a 14-year-old. I got 3 kids, and that's a lot. 4 kids is. Although I heard haven't like anything more than 3 is pretty much the same, but I could be wrong. I don't have 4 kids, so and 14-year-old twin boys. I wish I could sleep 6 hours. I feel you. That's what Elon said he gets 6 hours. After anything less than that is unproductive. Anything more than that is a waste of time. What's up, Phoenix? How you doing? I bought at the first green candle, sold the first leg at the second candle, and the rest of the third. Do you see anything that kept you trade a little longer? So let me think. You sold a put. Hold on, let me see what I got here. All right, bought at the first green circle, sold this. You bought a call? Is that what you said? All right, you bought a put. Okay, I see what you're saying here. Bought a put, sold the first. Well, that second circle, that's a hammer candle right there. You see that? Actually, I'm looking at the chart here. You've got that green hammer with increasing buying volume there. I would have sold somewhere around that candle if I had a put. I think the third circle he held a little too long, but the first one was good. The entry was good. The first exit was good. The second exit was too long. He held it too long. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right back to S1, and we're climbing up again. Yeah, it's not bad. It's all right. Just learn from it. When you see that hammer candle under green, that's a bit what that means. The reason why that's called a hammer is it looks like a hammer. You have a bit. What happens is you have a big red candle form, and then the buyers just wick that thing ragged out, just wick it up, and it's a huge buying volume come in, and that usually is a sign of an influx of buyers. Uh-oh. I keep hiding. I keep banning these people. Like they keep coming on back in. All right, I got him out. There we go. What's so funny, Brent? So the one thing I'm definitely observing, we have a decent support here at this upper 361 for the Qs. But the volume is dropping off. Let's take a look at the 1-year chart. Let's see how that thing looks. We've got this big gap up yesterday. The volume dropped off pretty heavily. So it wouldn't surprise me if we came on back down, at least in the next week, especially with it being October and the volume dropping off hard. We just need to start forming some support. All right. So little green, right up to the top. They do. They do, Lee Rat. Yeah. VWAP is very important. Volume, weightage, average price there. So it does take in. I mean, when you have something that's taken in the average of all the pricing, it's usually a pretty good indicator. So it's a good it's good to keep your eye on it. Yeah. Tesla had great numbers, and then of course, yeah, he said it. There you go. Move to Texas, which I don't know why that was news. That was pretty much already known. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to call that a morning. It is 10:15 Central. I'm not going to sit here and watch the chop back and forth. If things start getting a little crazy, or if we break out, hey, I'll jump back on here and we'll make some money. But yeah, y'all know what happens when I jump off. Yeah, I'm watching. Actually, let's see what happens. It'll come back down. But anyway, yeah. If I see some crazy stuff action, ping me. I'll come back on here. I'll set my alerts and we'll jump back on here. But I'm going to get some lunch. I'm hungry because I did some fitness early today, so my body's craving some calories. I'll go get some good lunch here, and I'll come back on. If things get crazy, I'll jump back on in the afternoon just for the Patreon voice stream. So thank you all for the new members. We had a lot of new members add over the night and today. If you haven't already, go watch that video I posted yesterday. It's a great insight onto how I start my morning and how I form these S1 and the R and S levels. So let me know what you think about that if you have any more questions. So yes, we did, Lee Rat. Yes, we did. So welcome to the community for all those who are new. Appreciate all the OGs and the news, all the like. If I don't see you all today, I will see you no later than Monday. So have a good weekend. Rest up. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your wins. Take it easy. I'll see you later.